You've been lied to. Everything they told you about attraction, success, and relationships was designed to keep you weak, frustrated, and powerless. They told you to be nice, to chase, to express your feelings, to open up. But every time you did, you got rejected, ghosted, disrespected, or left behind. Why? Because the truth is the exact opposite of what they fed you. This video will change the way you see the world forever. You're about to learn why chasing kills attraction, how your value dictates your leverage, why mindset without action is useless, why people only follow strength, and how detachment changes everything. If you're ready to finally see reality for what it is and take back control of your life, drop a comment below saying, "I attract, I never chase." Watch this video until the very end, and I promise you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Number 1. Chasing kills. Attraction. There's nothing more humiliating than watching yourself become invisible to someone you care about. You were there for her. You gave her your time. You told her how much she meant to you. You poured your soul out. And in return, nothing. Silence, coldness, indifference. It's painful to accept, but this is the truth about attraction. The second you chase, you become worthless in her eyes. It doesn't matter how much you love her, how much you care, or how much you're willing to give. The second she realizes that you need her more than she needs you, she loses all respect. You see, women don't think about relationships the way men do. A man can fall for a woman because she's beautiful, because she's kind, because she's good to him. But a woman, she only falls for men she respects. And you cannot respect something that chases after you like a lost puppy. Attraction is about value, not effort. A man who is valuable doesn't chase, because he doesn't have to. Imagine you're at a luxury car dealership. You see a Lamborghini sitting there, sleek, powerful, a status symbol of wealth and success. It's expensive, it's rare, it's exclusive. Now imagine that same car follows you home, begging you to take it for free. Would you still want it? Or would you start wondering, what's wrong with it? That's what happens when you chase. Women only want men they feel are hard to get. Not because they like the chase, but because scarcity increases value. And it's not just women, it's life. When you chase money, you repel it. The most successful men don't run after opportunities. They position themselves so that opportunities come to them. When you chase success, it feels unreachable. But the moment you focus on becoming valuable, success starts chasing you. When you chase respect, you are seen as weak. But the moment you carry yourself like a man who doesn't need approval, the world starts treating you differently. The law is simple. The more you chase, the more you repel. So what's the solution? Stop chasing, start attracting. You don't get respect by begging for it. You get respect by becoming someone they can't ignore. You don't get love by trying to prove you deserve it. You get love by becoming the kind of man women want to be around. You don't get success by running after it blindly. You get success by becoming so damn valuable that it starts chasing you. Stop chasing women who treat you like an option. Become the man they regret losing. Stop chasing friends who ignore you. Become the person they wish they could still talk to. Stop chasing success like a desperate fool. Become so skilled, so confident, so undeniable that the world can't help but reward you. And if this message hit you in the soul, comment below. I attract, I never chase. Number 2. Your value equals your leverage. A woman will never leave a man she sees as valuable. A company will never fire an employee they see as irreplaceable. The world doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about what you bring to the table. If you're getting rejected, overlooked, ignored, or mistreated, it's because your value isn't high enough. Women don't leave valuable men. They leave men who stopped growing, stopped improving, and stopped leading. Employers don't fire top performers. They fire the ones who became liabilities instead of assets. Your entire life is dictated by one thing. What do you have to offer? And before you complain and say, "But that's not fair, I deserve to be treated with respect," ask yourself, what have you done to earn that respect? Imagine you're at a poker table. Everyone has a different amount of chips in front of them. The guy with the most chips controls the game. The guy with nothing, he has no say in anything. Life is poker. Your money, your looks, your confidence, your skills, your mindset, your network, these are your chips. If you're broke, insecure, out of shape, and lacking confidence, you're the guy at the table with no chips, and the game will treat you accordingly. A woman doesn't reject you because she's mean. She rejects you because you bring nothing to the table that excites her. A boss doesn't fire you because he's evil. He fires you because you bring nothing to the company that makes keeping you a priority. A friend doesn't ignore your texts because they're rude. They ignore you because your presence adds nothing of value to their life. And the truth? Nobody is coming to save you. Your mom can tell you you're amazing. Your friends can say you're great. Society can scream, "You're perfect just the way you are." But the world? The world only respects results. A man with money, status, a powerful physique, and a winning mindset doesn't beg for anything. People come to him. A man who has built himself into something undeniable doesn't chase, doesn't plead, doesn't settle. He attracts. And that's the power of leverage. Leverage is why some men can walk into a room and women immediately notice them. Leverage is why some men never have to apply for jobs, because companies hunt them down. Leverage is why some men can say no, while others have to beg for scraps. If you don't have leverage, you don't have power. And if you don't have power, you'll always be at the mercy of people who do. So what's the solution? Become valuable. If you're broke, get your money up. If you're out of shape, build your body. If you're timid, grow your confidence. If you're lazy, outwork your competition. And once you do, you'll never have to chase anything again. Number 3, your mindset is useless without action. You tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." You say, "I just need more time." You believe, one day everything will change. But tomorrow never comes. Every single day, millions of men wake up lost, confused, waiting for a sign, waiting for motivation, waiting for life to give them a reason to start. And do you know what happens? Nothing. Because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. No woman is going to magically love you. No money is going to fall into your lap. No opportunity is going to knock on your door unless you create it. How many times have you seen some other guy winning at life and thought, "Why not me?" You see him with the beautiful girl, the strong body, the high-paying job, the respect from everyone around him, and you sit there wondering why he has it and you don't. The answer? He did the work. You didn't. It's not about being lucky. It's not about being born rich. It's not about having some secret advantage. It's about action. Do you know what separates winners from losers? Winners do the work when they don't feel like it. Losers sit around waiting to feel ready. You can watch 1,000 motivational videos. You can read every self-help book ever written. You can tell yourself, "I deserve better." But if you don't take action, you will stay in the exact same place for the rest of your life. Look at your life right now. Your body, your finances, your dating life, your mindset. Everything you have or don't have is a direct result of your actions. You don't have money because you never took the steps to learn how to make it. You don't have the body you want because you never stayed disciplined in the gym. You don't have respect because you never carried yourself like a man who deserves it. You don't have women chasing you because you never made yourself into a man worth chasing. And that is the brutal truth. No one cares about how much potential you have. No one cares about what you could be. The world only respects results. A weak man will sit there and complain, "It's not fair." A strong man will say, "Good. That means I just have to work harder." And guess who wins? Every day you wake up is another day to build the life you want, or to waste it watching others live the life you should have. You have two choices right now. You can stay exactly where you are, stuck, broke, ignored, invisible. Or you can get up and take action. No more excuses. No more waiting for motivation. No more, "I'll start next week." Start now. Start today. Start this second. Because if you don't, you'll look back years from now and realize you wasted your entire life waiting. Number 4, people follow strength, not words. Women don't follow words. They follow power. Men don't respect promises. They respect results. The world doesn't care what you say. It only cares what you do. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll do better"? How many times have you promised yourself, "I'll change"? Yet nothing changed, because no one believes words without proof. Think about it. A man walks into a room and says, "I'm an alpha male." Another man walks in and says nothing, but his presence commands respect. Who do you think people follow? Power isn't something you talk about. It's something people feel. A woman doesn't become obsessed with a man because he tells her, "I'd treat you right." She becomes obsessed with him because she sees his strength, feels his energy, senses his value. A boss doesn't promote an employee because he begs for a raise. A boss promotes an employee because he dominates his role and makes himself impossible to ignore. A man doesn't get respect by saying, "I deserve it." He gets respect by becoming someone people have no choice but to respect. And here's the secret. People follow men who don't care if they're followed. Women chase men who don't care if they're chased, because those men already know their worth. That's why you see women fawning over men who barely notice them. That's why people look up to leaders who don't have to beg for attention. Weak men talk about what they're going to do. Strong men just do it. And if you want to be the kind of man that people respect, that women desire, that the world rewards, you need to understand this. Respect isn't given. It's taken. If you're soft, if you're weak, if you're constantly seeking approval, you will never be respected. If you're always explaining yourself, always justifying your existence, always trying to make people see your worth, you will never be seen as valuable. But if you build yourself up, physically, mentally, financially, emotionally, you won't have to prove anything, because strength is silent, and people follow strength without question. So stop talking, stop explaining, stop looking for validation. Become the man who doesn't need to say a word, because when you do, the world will start listening. Number 5. Detach and let it come to you. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop caring, things start going your way? The moment you stop obsessing over a woman, she suddenly starts texting you. The moment you stop desperately chasing money, opportunities start showing up. The moment you stop trying to be liked, people start respecting you. This is not magic. This is the law of detachment. Neediness is repulsive. Desperation pushes everything away. Women, money, success, respect. The second you act like you need something, the world decides you don't deserve it. Think about the guys who always get the girl. They never seem desperate. They never chase. They never overthink. They don't care. And that's why women want them. Women can smell neediness a mile away. It's in the way you text too fast, the way you double message when she doesn't respond, the way you drop everything the second she gives you a little attention. And do you know what that tells her? That you have no options, that you are replaceable, that you are weak. And women will never respect a weak man. This applies to everything in life. Think about the guy who walks into a job interview begging for the position. He says, "Please, I'll do anything. Just give me a chance." The employer sees desperation and immediately loses interest. Now think about the high-value man. The man who walks into the interview knowing he's valuable. He says, "I have other offers, but I'm interested in seeing if this company is a good fit for me." Who do you think gets the job? People want what they can't have. Women chase the man who isn't easily available. Companies fight over the candidate who doesn't need the job. Clients pay top dollar to the freelancer who charges premium rates. It's the same in every area of life. The more you chase, the more you repel. The more you detach, the more you attract. This is why self-improvement is the key to everything. The moment you start focusing on yourself, your body, your finances, your goals, your mental strength, everything starts shifting. You stop thinking, "Why doesn't she like me?" and start thinking, "Why would I even waste time on a woman who isn't excited about me?" You stop thinking, "Why won't they hire me?" and start thinking, "Why would I work for a company that doesn't see my value?" You stop thinking, "Why am I not successful yet?" and start thinking, "How can I make myself undeniable?" And the second you do this, the world bends in your favor. The woman who ignored you before starts watching your stories, starts texting you again, starts wondering why you're no longer chasing her. The job that rejected you realizes they made a mistake when they see you thriving elsewhere. The people who once doubted you start asking how you did it. Everything changes the moment you stop chasing and start attracting. But here's the key. You can't fake detachment. You can't pretend to not care while still secretly obsessing. You can't act like you have options when you actually don't. You have to really mean it. This means actually leveling up your life so that you genuinely have better things to focus on. This means actually becoming the man who doesn't need to chase, because he has too many options already. When you reach this point, everything you want starts chasing you. Women start trying to prove themselves to you. Opportunities start finding you. People start giving you respect without you asking for it, because they can feel your value, and that is how you win. Man, you have two choices right now. You can keep doing what you've always done. Keep chasing, keep begging, keep hoping someone will see your worth while you remain stuck in the same cycle of rejection, disrespect, and frustration. Or you can wake up. You can take control. You can stop chasing and start becoming the kind of man who never has to chase again. The world only respects men who bring value. Women only desire men they respect. Success only comes to those who are worthy of it. The moment you start focusing on yourself, leveling up your mind, your body, your finances, your confidence, everything begins to shift. The women who once ignored you start wondering why you're so different now. The people who used to disrespect you suddenly start treating you with caution. The opportunities you once had to beg for start landing in your lap. Why? Because you stopped acting like a man who needs approval and became a man who doesn't give a damn. There is no magic. There is no luck. There is only value. And you are either a man of value or a man who chases. Which one will you be? Now prove it. Drop a comment below. I am the prize. Say it with your chest. Let the world know you refuse to be weak, ignored, or overlooked ever again. And if this video lit a fire in your soul, hit that subscribe button. When you subscribe, YouTube pushes this message to more men who need to hear it. More men who are lost. More men who are stuck in the trap of chasing. More men who need to wake up before it's too late. This is your moment. This is your time to rise. No more chasing, only attracting. Now go build yourself into a man they can never ignore.